Hello to all my fellow viewers from the United Kingdom and around the world. Welcome to another edition of the R on Sales channel, where I'll be doing another demonstrative pour and review on a perfect draft kegged beer. As a change to IPAs, pale ales and real ales for a change, I have returned back to a lager style beer instead. And this week's beer is an American style one made by Budweiser UK, and it is a lighter version of Budweiser called Bud Light. So, without further ado, grab the glassware. There it is, a Bud Light pint glass. And before I pour a pint, always pour a little bit out first, just to wet your glass. That way then it stops so much residue of froth building up and stops your pint from being too lively. And now comes the important part. Once again, tilt your glass at the 45-degree angle, handle straight down. Leave that to settle, and I'll tell you a bit more about Bud Light. This beer, lager in other words, is a lighter version of Budweiser at only 3.4% by volume. I've had the honour of trying this pint a number of times in many of Witherspoon's pubs I've been to in the United Kingdom during the summer months, and so far I find it quite refreshing drinking a beer garden. But now that I've got it on Perfect Draft, it's a bit of a different level to see how interesting it is to see how this version tastes compared to the pub version on draft. You can purchase Bud Light as well as on Perfect Draft. You can also purchase Bud Light in 440ml cans and in 330ml bottles from your local convenience store or supermarket. And of course, they do this on Perfect Draft too. Now that it's settled, I need to add just a bit more. You will find that from time to time, when especially on the Perfect Draft, when you're always pouring your first pint, it can always start off a bit lively, but don't panic. You can always top it up a little and it will slightly get there in the end. And on that note. Look at that. A nice 2-finger head there. And a lovely, lovely, creamy, frothy head. So, let's get the aroma. Very crisp. Quite dry in smell. Incredibly slightly malty. So now we come to the important part, the taste test. Cheers. Good health. Iechyd da. To the taste itself, I find it a bit slightly dry on the taste buds. Light-bodied. As you can see with the appearance on this glass, it is very light-bodied with the colour. Definitely crisp in taste, for certain. Lacing's not looking too bad around the rim of the glass there. Not too much carbonation, I must say, with all the bubbles, but never mind. We now come to the part where I talk about what food pairs nicely with this lager. Being as it's an American style of lager, although brewed in the UK by Budweiser UK, I know, this would most definitely pair very nicely with snacks in your own home. Imagine if you're watching sporting events on your television, such as the NFL or baseball, even if it's basketball also, those type of American style of sports, or even if it's like any sport, but mostly American style ones. The food that would most definitely 100% pair nicely with this beverage would be snacks such as tortilla chips, including the lightly salted ones. But in my opinion though, from what I can taste in this light lager, this would pair very nicely with cool original flavoured Doritos. And not forgetting, of course, it'd be rude not to, all the styles, Mexican styles of dips that you get with tortilla chips and Doritos, and that is salsa. Guacamole too would pair very nicely as a dip with this beer, along with the tortilla chips and sour cream and chive style sauce dip. And finally now, without further ado, here comes the rating. Being as this is a crisp style of light lager and lighter in strength, I'm going to be fair and give this an 8 out of 10. This is a very good light lager, I must say. Not too bad at all. Thank you for watching. Please tune in again to my next videos very soon. Good night. goodbye, no star, hwyl fawr.